my aunt suddenly broke a branch in her hands. My parents became like puppets. They picked up forks from the table and began madly poking them into their faces. I tried to stop them, but it was completely useless until my aunt threw the branch into a bowl of water. Then my parents finally stopped. My aunt demanded that I keep her secret. She said if I did not obey, she would force my parents to drive themselves to death. Faced with my aunt's threats and horror, I had no choice. And in the following days, I continued to go to school as usual. But my parents still sat at the table, not moving an inch. I was very worried about their health, so I went into my aunt's room to ask what to do. My aunt simply said to bring canned food to feed my parents. Since then, every day after school, I first went to the supermarket for canned goods, then hurried home to carefully feed my parents, who did not respond. Such a life went on for a long time. One night, my aunt suddenly woke me in a dark room, and her face was deathly pale. She weakly said that she was gravely ill and that the hospital could no longer save her. She hoped that I would be able to help. Then my aunt set a condition. If I could bring one item from each classmate when she recovered, she would leave my house at once to help my parents recover more quickly. I took advantage of the moment when my classmates were playing basketball and quietly slipped into the classroom to take their badges. However, Alex, then my homeroom teacher, suddenly entered the classroom. Seeing that something was wrong with me, the teacher patiently calmed me, but at that moment, I thought only of saving my parents. After school, I placed the classmates' badges in my aunt's room. That night, my aunt began the witchcraft. She gently swung a bell in her hand, and the clock just showed 2:17. All the classmates ran out of their houses one by one, filled the streets, and rushed into the basement of my house. Then I realized that my aunt had deceived me, but looking at my parents, who were still under control, I did not dare reveal the lie. I could only remain silent and cooperate with my aunt during police questioning. When the police came to search the house, I helped tidy up, watching how my aunt used witchcraft to control the classmates, forcing them to hide outside. When the police left, the classmates were called back into the basement. After the school reopened, I was transferred to another class. I continued as before. Every day after school, I went to the supermarket for canned goods, and upon returning home, besides feeding my parents, who did not respond, I also had to feed those classmates who were held in the basement.